Hi everybody, this is AsiaGamerRandomGaming, bringing you a review of Make Sails, a building boat simulator where you actually sail your boat into the open seas. Now, it's developed by the PopCannibal studio. It's kind enough to actually give me a free key to actually give this a review and a nice good first look. Shall we begin? Now there's multiple save, but I actually did some couple of runs, not too far, but enough to actually understand the story. So we're gonna go this run with King's Seas. Nice artwork, I really like it. It shows the sort of environment and the sort of atmospheric of how this game might actually become. Actually, this is a review anyway, so let's see how it is. Oh, how brought light and music to my ancestors. Its ringing chimes spread calm and prosperity. For a time, all things were perfect. But this island is called the Restless People. And they took the chime. I will miss the people and the chime. Years of loneliness turn inward until a terrible storm burst from the tower. Tried returning what chimes still remain. But the storm scattered our feet. I walk alone inside the eye of a storm. So, the story shows that this lone wanderer was actually tasked to actually bring back chimes to the tower. So we're given this character or protagonist to actually play around. So, it's still in early access. It's going to be released on the 30th of March 2018. A few more days to go. Actually, it's over the next week. So what's this glowy bit? Yeah, it's a chime. Return the chime to the tower. Yeah, that's an interesting marker there. Art styles and everything. Game save. I had to pause for a while because I'm actually living right beside a street, so every once occasion there will be a bit of guys like to test out their bikes. So this is a building process. So we are given all these little pieces to actually build a boat. So different categories. You have the structural items, you have the buoyancy items, miscellaneous, or basically the lighting or occasion decorative items, and then you have the last part where you're given means to move the boat. So since I understand how to play a bit, let's quickly build a boat to get to the island that we need to. So it's still under a big quirks with this game, but that will be it will actually improve over time. So yeah, so it gives you an introductory of you play with the boat. This is how you position your boat before sails or disembark into the onto the world. So you place the boat anywhere with the directional, and don't actually lose pieces. you just only have the disadvantage of going back to the spot where you built the boat first. So let's get to the island intended, which is the tower over there. Now, as you can see, the beginning part, usually not all boats have this fantastic buoyancy. There to go back to the building spot. So that's how building comes in, where you actually have to actually modify a boat to the point that you can actually reach to the intended location. If this barrel wants to stick into the snap points that's readily given. Well, everything has a snap point, so ensure that you have the item snapped onto. So now we can say again, without tipping. So every time you respawn, you get a game save, so that way you don't actually lose some of the progress along the way. It's also good to actually save your location where you last build your boat. So my intention right now is to get to the tower to show you what happens next. Why is required a chime. Sorry for the choppiness. This is actually my first time actually giving this sort of review proper, and the choppiness is due to the fact that this game does run heavily on VRAM. So yeah, so you gotta have at least enough VRAM to actually run this much. And I crashed my boat, unintentional, because I'm getting to this island fast enough. Okay, let's clear this up. So you're supposed to use the boat to get to this tower island as fast as possible. Or literally if you want to, since I'm doing this as a review. So a lot of good artwork and everything. Guys. Every time I see this, it's like the first thing I come in Illuminati stuff. But then it's basically like the tower sees everything. So returning a chime clears out the darkness where actually the storms are engulfing the other island. And here's a good bit. You think that one boat is the only design that will be given? There's a lot more parts. Hence why we have so many other spare parts on the selection build tab. So this is the challenge that they get to this thief sale, where you need to collect 7 pieces for it. And bonus, it tells you where they at. So there's about 7 pieces, and this is another respawn point. Since I crashed my boat, it's wise to actually respawn the whole boat. Now, if I were to click R, I'll be actually going back to the last spawn point, where that one there, where it seems there's a big pufferfish flying up above. So this is considered now a new respawn point, which I now save on upon off. Now we can still continue with the same boat and have the choppiness and everything. Now here's a little bit gets quirky. If I were to actually place my boat near the pier, I'm gonna crash. So it's best to at least get a good direction and the position of where you want to actually disembark from. So I can see there's a few over there. Now here's the funny bit. If I'm gonna get here, I need to make one huge clockwise motion to get to that island. Since where I'm right, dock up to disembark. So if I literally want to push my boat to that location, yeah, it's possible, but there's no way on the first try you're gonna get there. No matter how slow you're gonna get or how maneuver you're gonna get there. It's deeper somewhere in the game. I did manage to find items that doesn't get affected by wind. so you actually can get to the location. So some of those tools will actually help move the boat without actually affected by wind, since with this is wind powered. So yeah, you see the wind is literally blowing me in a clockwise motions, which I can't reach to the island. I can get to the other islands, but then it takes time. But then this is the means to get around. This is supposed to test your skills of navigating the waters. So all those beamer lights are actually the markers, which seems to be where the parts are. So I can't reach that island because currently now the wind is pushing me so hard. So there is a way to actually get out to some of these islands really fast. Is to lower down the speed. But then you don't have the speed to actually get to that location. I'm doing this because I can maneuver fast enough so I can get that island. So time to turn sails, or I say turn the rudder to the direction I want to. So you notice the sails are blocking my view to the island, right? But then you have the beam of light to help you guide there. So it's basically like your North Star. Now here's a tricky bit. If you don't see the marker there, don't crash your boat. Because that's the only way to actually, in a sense of, so you actually can still keep on sailing. So this is one of the pieces. So if I collect another 7 more, I should be done. Now, we're in the next bit. See those red markers? Those are chimes. I need to collect 2 chimes to clear the next storm or expand the map out. So I can save here and move on, or try to make this boat even better. Well, I already have built some that is only using the parts I had, which I didn't actually go on far. It's pretty much whatever I had from the start to make it just much more stable. To get a certain point where it doesn't actually sink, bob, or weave, but at least you have a very stable sail. Now, again, position, direction. I can actually do like this and go one big round if I want to, but then it's gonna take a while. Right, I'll show you what happens. The wind. Right, I'll show you what happens if I were to actually get to the end of the map. If I can actually maneuver out from this island, sort of blocking me anyway. Alright, now we're making progress to the edge of the map. So every once in a while you can actually go to some of this location, these other islands that would actually sometimes hold 1 or 2 extra pieces to the boat, where it's basically like building materials. So you notice that I had only 1 sail from the start, now I have 2, so you can see actually I'm moving really fast. But there's a disadvantage to it. You don't have the maneuverability. You can't turn the boat as well as with a high speed. Basically like driving, you can't actually turn. If you actually turn too hard, you'll flip. So there's another island with a respawn point, if I want to take it or not. But see what happens if I were to actually touch the edge of the map. There's a storm at the end there, and it's gonna get really hectic. Really hectic, to be true, to be told. If I actually can make it to the edge, I actually can reach to that island that's coming up. Up and yeah, guess what I did by accident? Pressing the release button of my boat. Well, I can actually get to the boat if I want to, but I will drown when I get to it. So no point trying to catch the boat now. Yeah, it's a bit quirky every once in a while. But it's a good way to actually see how this game actually plays out. Because there is a sort of adventure that you actually can go through the navigations, how to build a boat. There's some other people already have started a bit further than me, but they actually stayed back to actually design the most artistic one. So eventually we'll probably see some designs put on. As long as I get most of the parts. Right now I'm just having the small part. There will be a lot of ornament pieces. That depends. So if I do find them. So this is pretty much the how the play is gonna go. Reach the island, pick up the stuff, and move to the next island. And hopefully save just in case. Just like what happened just now. So I'm going along with the wind, which is actually pushing me really hard. And I had to keep my fingers off the mouse. So I don't actually eject from my boat. So my boat is actually turning uh, against, not against the wind, but in a sense the sail is already almost going in the wrong direction. If that happens, my boat actually goes in reverse. So I need to slow down here. I do not recall this sort of island had a respawn point, so it's wise enough not to actually crash it. Or leave my boat in the open sails mode and lose the whole thing. So there's a pier here, but I don't see any marker. But then, there's a lot of these pieces here. I need to get the chime. There's wood. Yeah, it's sitting up here. So it hints the lights and all. So, where's my boat going to? First. Yep, and there we go. Half open sails. Floating away. Oh! Friendly flyer just went past by. That's really a huge pufferfish. A blue pufferfish. Oh, with horns. I do not see in close. It's like first time seeing it close by. Alright, so talking about how to build this boat. So basically, mouse button and actually pans the whole thing. So basically just take any part you want, like this is for example a roofing piece. There's a lot of snap points you can actually put on. So building a boat is easy. How you want it, that's onto you. So we have other stuff like this one. If I have more barrels, there's other shapes. And each one actually tends to give its own weight and distribution. And yes, if you don't put barrels at the right spot, you have one side that have much more heavier pieces, or actually make the ship sink. Basically, it's not supported in some sense. So if I have light in dark areas, I actually can see myself at the rudder. And pretty much that's much of what is make sails. A building all together with a sailing simulator. Just sail to another island after another to get parts, and also collecting chimes along the way. So that's all for this review. If you're interested, please give this a like, subscribe. Give us a couple of comments. What should I do? Should I actually stream this out on Twitch? Because I think I'm gonna go more on this, since I only touch very little on this. I'm very interested to build more interesting artistic ships than just this one, and also get the sails. I haven't got that yet. So it's actually can actually use to sail the seas when the winds are not in the right direction. So instead of this regular standard sails. So who knows? So this is AsiaGamerRandomGaming giving a review of Make Sails, coming on the 30th March 2018. Wishlist it. The description and details are below in the description for you to see and whether to decide to get it. Thank you very much. This is AsiaGamerRandomGaming signing off.